solicitors and I'm entering come when come idea na cause you to say
Nyame adom na patro wo nso ɛ.
yes you here
Yɛda Nyame ase.
asem de ho na stay da yet
At least, yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ ɛndɛ de sɛ yɛba a it means sɛ BWF Legal Hour na yɛne yɛ Facebook viewers ɛne nkurɔfoɔ a wɔhwɛ wɔ YouTube ɛne amanɔne nyinaa ɛbɛdi nkitaho. Nti Nyame nhyira mo nyinaa sɛ ɛndɛ de ɔde mo aba na at least yɛbɛtumi adi nkitaho.
my voice in cost kakra
Oh, okay, patro wo nte.
Ana yeah bomu yi
Okay. Nti na mehyia etiefoɔ nyinaa ne nkurɔfoɔ a wɔrehwɛ yɛn wɔ amanɔne nyinaa. Mema mo nyinaa good morning from London. Mehope sɛ mo nyinaa mo ho yɛ. Uncle Nat, sɛ busuafoɔ na obi ho yɛ.
Obi ho yɛ pa.
Yɛda Nyame ase. Sɛnea wobisaeɛ, ade bɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ nti ade dɛdɛ bi wɔ hɔ ma yɛn a. I think sɛ
you better us into Kitaria more honor.
Nice
Nice
one.
Rainbow Radio International goes to no, I'm sure maybe I see the no crab upon Sima Duncia. In case of us joining in, Jimmy studio number the bit to me, afraid 0208134646 0208133134 0208134646 02081334. Every question I to my friend, I say, "Who be na person who sell in say waiting free." We across London, DAB radio. Samsung, I got Manchester, so DAB plus. Tune me benya Samsung, Rainbow radio apps and so on. Or the two also with me, and when the air cost and pay it abroad or any say Puso Casana say, "Who be here?" The giant have been home appointment be some baby. It's with my friend. Now watch him now with me. But I say, over to you, young boy.
Patrick Yomeda Siribre Uncle Nat. In terms of updates, and I say we will say Yama Etiefo Ehua. I will still keep saying say Oye EU ni na ebia ote Chrome ha, Oba Chrome ha, UK Chrome ha before the 31st of December 2020 apa hono. So onye wo settlement status and anaasɛ onye wo pre-settled status na sɛ oyɛ a patro bebree 30th June deadline na apa ho no ɔmama ho reasonable grounds sɛ wontumi anyɛ application no ebia because of the fact that na wonyɛ aware anaasɛ na wɔ yareɛ bi nti there was no way you could have done the application anaasɛ woyɛ obi a or experiencing domestic abuse anaasɛ woyɛ akwadaa anaasɛ krampo no na previously wowɔ leave to remain ni bi but sisi a wabɛyɛ family member of an EU national yɛpamotwɛ bebree ɔmama ho kwan sɛ wontumi anyɛ application no before the 30th of June deadline no kwan wɔ hɔ ma wo sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ application no online. So ukura derivative rights ni bi because wo ba EA national anaasɛ wo ba no krampo yɛ British ɛna ukura Zambrano ni bi a you can still make the application on the paper form. Nti paper forms no ɔmo ayɛ no available online. Nti sɛ wowɔ hɔ na ukura permanent residence card anaasɛ ukura 5 years residence card ni bi na ɛnyɛ EU settlement scheme residence permit ni bi na wonyɛ way facial image scanning of your face application anaasɛ online application for pre-settled status anaasɛ settled status there and then mpamotwo bebree kwan wɔ hɔ sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application no and at least with way no so wo explain deɛ nti a wontumi anyɛ application no before 30th of June no na wode wo evidence ne kɔ to show say ebia watena Chrome ha less than 5 years as an EU national and as a family member of an EU national there and the kwan wɔ hɔ sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ application no na ɔmo ama wo pre-settled status which is limited leave to remain and as a settled status which is indefinite leave to remain wowɔ adwuma mu anaasɛ wowɔ rent a these are things they will ask because sɛ wontumi anyɛ a na akɔyɛ te sɛ w'adwuma no ɛrebɔ wo anaasɛ wontumi rent dan anaasɛ wontumi ntɔ dan nti mepamotwo bebree sɛ wonyɛ yɛ a patwɔ applications no ɛda so yɛ available wobɛtumi ayɛ. And in terms of nkurɔfoɔ a wɔwɔ abusuafoɔ outside of the UK nti woyɛ EU ni na wo busuani te sɛ wo yere anaasɛ wo kunu anaasɛ wo ba anaasɛ wo maame anaasɛ wo papa ɛwɔ amanɔne anaasɛ wɔwɔ outside of the UK di a wɔn nso saa no wobɛtumi akɔfa wɔn aba. EUSS family permit no ɛda so yɛ adwuma ngyaeɛ nti sɛ wowɔ abusuani bi na wopɛ sɛ wode ne ba te sɛ wo close family members sɛnea mabobɔ so no wo yere wo ba wo parents anaasɛ wo nana then of course ɛkwan ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ wobɛtumi ne saa abusuani no abɛka wo ho ɛwɔ UK kurom ha and we have to make sure sɛ maker wei no nkurɔfoɔ bɛhu no sɛ sɛ saa yere no anaasɛ wo kunu no anaasɛ wo yere no a wopɛ sɛ wode ne ba no na waware no before the 31st of December 2020 na apa ho no nti sɛ wowɔ hɔ na wonnim sɛ application bi wei ɛwɔ hɔ deɛ apatwo bebree ɛda so wɔ hɔ nti mobɛtumi ayɛ saa applications no na ɔmama wo decision. And also in terms of this is just a slight case in terms of cases a debia na mehwɛ currently what is going on in terms of long residence. Currently there's this case called Almonga. Ɛfa obi a wabɛtena kurom ha or first ɔbaa UK kurom ha na ɔde visit visa ɛna ɛbaayɛ ɛna subsequently no ɔsan n'akyi kɔɔ ne kurom ɛna ɔde student visa ɛna ɛbaayɛ nti wonim yɛ kurom mbra no a usually after 10 years of residing in the UK no wobɛtumi ayɛ application for indefinite leave to remain. Yɛn na yɛnim sɛ wobaa kurom ha na wambɛtena kurom ha with legal status anaasɛ na wonni nkrataa na wobɛtena kurom ha and deɛ 10 years no started from the time now wobɛnya nkrataa anaasɛ wobɛnya asetena ɛwɔ kurom ha nti with this case no ɔmo ka sɛ even though saa papa wei ɔde visitor visa baa the first time round no ɔkɔɔ ne kurom no wankɔdi more than 1 month ɛna ɔsan n'akyi ɛbaayɛ with student visa nti ɔbaa kurom ha legally with visitors visa after 1 month ɔsan baayɛ with student visa ɛna ɔtoa so saa with ne student visas no until ɔyɛ other applications ɔnya ne 10 years nti ɔmo ehu sɛ watena kurom ha legally for saa period no of course sɛ wotena kurom ha 10 years a ɔmo hwɛ time a waspend outside of the UK nti won spend more than 540 days outside of the UK within that period of 10 years na of course ɔmo nim sɛ ɛndeɛ ɛnyɛ biribi te sɛ wokɔyɛ saa kurom na wokɔ no wo kurom
check your mic kakra ɛhɔ volume ma me nam sɛ still sɛ ɔkasa
ɔnte yie
but ɔyɛ saa na da ɔkasa deɛ sɛ ɛba fine.
Okay.
Nim so o use so abo life to mic ni bi ade e so charge ho ba bia o bi ya be o kon ho.
Okay, Patricio. It's Patriote.
Aye, but my name was Sade Bunamame.
Okay. Into na make say in terms of Sir Almonga case no almost ne leave na or the bar as a visitor and the student visa and leave na it's what asuni na no and can say even though oba chrome her as visitor no one check bebre saa e wo no chrome and after 1 month or some buy with student visa into almost count say saa na visit visa na or the bar chrome her towards ne 10 years na or say with the e wo chrome her into say wo hwɛ ye paragraph 276b na eka efa nkorofo mo yes a long residence application no say so yes a long residence application na so making sure say continuous residence into So what could spend it maybe 6 months within 12-month period outside of the UK. Na untumi explaining the entire war or you're absent from the UK within that period. Then of course that will break continuous residence now can. But while spending more than 1 month crampo anyone in Chrome and or the samba with student visa. In some countries and visit visa now towards the legal residence now or the buyer which is the student visa, any other leave to remain applications are all yeah. In some almost share way in I can say and there because all the student visa buy after the visit visa no. Of course, I'm counting and the visit visa no so I can I'm making sure say the 10 years no as soon into otumiya and 10 years residence. Into this is good for nkurɔfoɔ a ebia for one reason or the other ɔmo de visit visa baayɛ sɛ ɔmo san wɔn akyi ɔmo hwɛ sɛ ɔmo betumi de work permit visa aba anaasɛ ɔmo betumi de some student visa asan aba adeɛ a of course sɛ wowɔ wei na wode ba a then you will be able to make an application after 10 years of residing in the UK legally. Nti this is just a small update a mepɛ sɛ mema etiefoɔ ho na at least ɔmo tumi ɛhyɛ ɛno nso.
Nice one. Better was be brave. Make sure me bring CCDS about 26 minutes past 9. Rainbow Radio.
Uncle Nat, what you think?
Me too, Uncle. Now, me can there.
Okay.
Me too, Uncle. Yeah.
Now volume na low kakra.
Me volume na wo there no.
Okay, I feel na me tuni.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Me who adjustments here of amendments. Yenya na sa say law court. Anyway, it's no say lawyer is good so kasa no say upe nso yɛ ban case bi apɛsɛ wo bibi a wontia sɛ na apɛsɛ wodi baabi na wo baabi kɔ deɛ wobɛtumi afrɛ ɛde aba mu wofrɛ na sɛ wodi baabi akɔ na wafrɛ nso deɛ no nso yɛbɛhu ntini a na wahyɛ no nso ɛde ama me ba ne nyinaa no wotie Rainbow Radio across London wodi yɛ bi so sanso na yɛ Manchester nso yɛdi yɛ bi plus nti a na wahyɛ no nso ɛde ama me tune no bɛnya yɛ wɔ so sanso bio na Rainbow Radio apps nso bɛtumi atie wɔ so. But I say the only lawyer is or BWL solicitors and I actually come on and pay numbers. I bet you that for studio number 020-8133-4646 020-8133-4646 020-8133-1134. You bet my friend na the opposite ubusa lawyer is to be no what the we can count and same being so they also come in the what it's your face be you may be cool but one can and so ubusa mbra ho bibia betimi aiden afre but ansana obekọ immigration ho no we say by the way you fan say we shipping company so na over terms and conditions na o customer you be find me was sign at the amount so like was sign reference and terms and conditions no we copy and also a copy na yedi TV no if as a TV TV go to Ghana no TV na bo and you replace the amount of patrol the patrol say TV na yakoto a you replace the same one omoto on pay the turn sales price secondly so series na omoto e no nya no pay with your legal background, you follow the terms and conditions of the company. And I say, I know the ambassador, one, say, customer demand necessary.
So, ever contract law, first of all, you have to look at contracts now, we'll sign here. So, contract and say, oh, you see your company now, of course, why do you know, and I say it gets damaged. Na you bet me any replacement amount. Ebia any dia exactly, but we will get something similar to their no. It's be careful about those should I say phrases. It is almost a phrase in a say bibibu and I say bibi say na say replace you bet me a replace amount which is similar to the one that you have, and I said to a cost value of let's say £200. Into there will be all of these clauses within the contract. Into the overall contract, then of course they will go by what is within the contract. Also nipa ko no sign it. If the person signed, say he agrees to all of these terms and conditions there,
So
and of course, so when you be
say,
similar to what was in the cargo and I say packaging, and I say almost say almost to me, something similar to a specific amount. Now, if you are there, or no, if it's more than the £200 na American, no, but they have limited it to £200. And then if I follow every day, and I can say, I and the mumfa sa we no emame. Of course, that person is able to say, oh, patcho me instead of the replacements, no, mama sikane mum na miankasa menko to dia mepeno. That person is also within their right to say there be would the sadia no crampo say na would the sikano bema me dia and the mumfa sikana emame. And we have to be very careful because of course Osha, a lot of people go through these things. At least Nipakona can say company will buy something similar. But it's always best to go back to the contract now or sign it to see what they have said in the contract.
Okay. Oh, so signing NBA Marty invoice to the amount. Now your terms and conditions difference no here. Is there any still legal binding? And I say, once a man and the signature on it, meet me go all what I can, and then the friend say, exactly what I want.
Yeah, and a contractual law no, yeah, will be a friend offer and acceptance. Okoye no, o say open say nipa no, shape bibi ma, and then nipa no can say, oh, okay, I make to me. Aye but me to me aye on based on this price. And I also can say okay, and me so into me sign a contract. Into based on the offer and acceptance, you also provided consideration. And I said also okay say because Umaka said mo betumi shipping me yama based on this price no nti metua sa price no una woma consideration to that offer. And Uma go ahead and I will sign it. That is binding because what sign a contract no. Once the offer is made and it has been accepted, Una will say yes, ane mapenoso, they are working in ano mapenoso. What signing na the invoice abrel na say you have already signed on the dotted line, you have already expressed whether it is written and answer what the one and it has been expressed. It is binding on you. Say over to me 8 years and impact on the fee and answer the amount now almost say on charge for sending the cargo. Say contract say say ABR when your money gets spoiled and answer SIA, then it means say of course you have to go back to the contract and see what they say about Winyamana Ebese and answer being damaged. It's different if you made another agreement outside of the contract. Let's say okay, any person say me were breakable inyama ewo cargo nim into me pam show bebre inyama ni bua then na mo beye and I said then na mo besumi e dey ama me say because of say into mema will say compensation for inyama na ebubu no. If that was the contract and I said that was the agreement there, then that would be separate from let's say contracts now all signing, because of course you have said say nyama ni bubu no wetumi ayɛ den sɛ nipa no ka sɛ ɛndeɛ yɛbɛ refund wo sika anaasɛ yɛbɛtumi ama wo sɛ a ɛndeɛ na wode ato hɔ sɛ nipa korɔ wei kan sɛ ɔbɛ refund me sika ama me anaasɛ ɔbɛyɛ sei ne sei ama me. So that's different. But sɛ wo sign a contract no ɛna wanka hwee na wo ka sɛ ɔnsan yɛ bibi foforɔ bio mu a, then unfortunately you are bound by contract na wo sign it, you know.
And I think what I've heard is to say most of the cast and as almost can say you should do your own insurance when it comes to signing a man.
Of course.
Out of goodwill, more
Oh, wow.
the man after the one say anyway, we're just by the way, you know, yeah, share brother 35 minutes past 9, Rainbow Radio International Negotiate, you know. To say, dear,
Okay, and that will be a topic now. It is to do with Nkola I spent 7 years I work from her. We're talking about applications that Nkola a year because Abia Omundu 10 years to me I register as British. Abia Omo Atna Kromha, your warm Kromha, Atna Kromha for a continuous period of 7 years. And now Crampo said ọmụ maame ne ọmụ papa de akwadaa ne baeɛ time ɔyɛ akwadaa ketewa still na akwadaa no is under the age of 18 but was spending 7 years and that's more than 7 years ɛwɔ kurom ha na ɔmụ pɛ sɛ ɔmụ yɛ application ɛde tum ɛma home office at the time ɔmụ yɛ application no na akwadaa no 87 and that's was spending 7 years of life ɛwɔ kurom ha nti saa applications wei na ɛndɛ mebɛka ho asɛm. Because we have a recent case law NA Bangladesh about this June and it was talking about what is reasonable in terms of akolano going back to the Chrome and I say a Chrome na ne mama ne papa free. Nti yebe kasa afa sa applications we ne dia say etiefoɔ ne nkɔla ɔmo te Chrome ha ebi ɔmo atena ha for 7 years or more and I say wɔ kurom ha nti ɔmo di 7 na ɔmo awofoɔ no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo gyina ɔmo so pachote
I'm so sure when I'm a year more since over here the other side.
Oh, okay.
When I'm in this position.
Patrio, it's what there, then that's good. It's now make I say you bet to me it's afa Nkola I spent 7 years ever Chrome ha and answer ewo Chrome ha but di 7 awofo no efese gyina so applications just this June we are on the 24th of June and a case where your friend any Bangladesh make a decision court of appeal if parents are Nkola di 7 and answer more than 7 years old. And it was a group of like 4 families case na at the court of appeal. Yen say Chrome ha na eba or British and I say eba di 10 na ubetumi a register no as British. So we akola na wo for there ubetumi ejina sa akola no so edienya nkrata. Wo hwe immigration rules no so a who say under paragraph 276 ADE no say akola wedi under the age of 18 ebia ya wono wo Chrome ha and I say ebia oba time na oya akola ketekete but still now he's under the age of 18 and now she's under the age of 18 sa akola no obetumi a private life application based on one kasa no ho and to show say what's not Chrome ha UK Chrome ha more than 7 years and I say what's not ha 7 years continuously into no sano sa akola no so or your application na so to me say what's not Chrome ha for a period of 7 years continuous and akola no so it will be unreasonable say omo be yi sa akola no every Chrome ha akọ Chrome na ne mama and answer ne papa no free. And so that is private life application. And so say sa akola we ya mbrano eka say and the akola no based on one kasa no ho no obetumi aye sa applications. Into ohwe akola most of the time no be who say mbrano omeka say under section 55 of your Borders and Citizens and Immigration Act no you have to be able to look at akola no best interest and as I say to make sure say akola no the best interest ewo he wo hwe say akola no ebia one ne parents nete but apart from the fact that one ne parents nete no there are other factors that they have to look at into so almost other factors now they are looking at the fact say ebia akola na or kase watena Chrome ha for 7 years or more and answer akola na waba Chrome ha we are spending 7 years of ne life ɛwɔ kurom ha no saa akwadaa no obetumi akyerɛ sɛ ɔwɔ adamfofoɔ ɔkɔ school nneɛma a ɔyɛ te sɛ after school club ebi a wɔ school no ɔyɛ adeɛ paa nti ɔyɛ prefect ɔwɔ a lot of social ties in terms of n'adamfofoɔ ebi a wɔyɛ sleepovers ne nkeka ho na ɔno nso yɛ bi ɔyɛ very good student ɛwɔ ne school and maybe the teachers and students like this child very much ebi a okɔ community no mu ɔmoyɛ programs after school programs ɛne weekend ebi a football clubs ɛne piano lessons ɛne nkeka ho na ɔmoyɛ no ebi akwadaa no they are very outgoing and they like to organize things for other children to come to. They look at all these factors. Say akwadaa no build our cultural ties, build our social ties within the community. Wabehu kurom ha as ne kurom. Ebi a ne kurom no na ne papa ne maame ne firi no ɔnkɔ hɔ da nti onim hɔnom krampo. Ebi a ɔnte kasa na ne parents no krampo ɛka no borɔfo nko ara na ɔka nti wakɔyɛ te sɛ obi a ɔyɛ British ni kurom ha pɛ ɛna onim. Nti there are other factors to consider apart from the fact say ebi a ɔne n'awofo pɛ ɛna ɛte kurom ha. Nti wohwɛ ɛna case na ɔmo de ɛho bɔayɛ no baayɛ no ɔmo ka sɛ there been other case laws before this case and if you look at your cases na ɛyɛ before this case na ɔmo hwɛ best interest of akwadaa na ɔmo hwɛ the facts of each case the circumstances of each case and the fact say akwadaa no ɔte ewiase mu ɔnte paper ne mu anaasɛ ɔnte another world anaasɛ ɔmo hwɛ real world na akwadaa no ɛte mu no nti sɛ wohwɛ akwadaa na ebi a wowɔ ba wadi 7 wo ba no ɔtaa yɛ nneɛma wɔ school ɛnyɛ adesua ne pɛ na ɔyɛ adeɛ ɔyɛ other things ɛwɔ school ɔpɛ nneɛma organize anaasɛ saa akwadaa no krampo no wowɔ asɔre a ɔyɛ nneɛma bebree nkwadaa no ɛpɛ n'asɛm ɔyɛ nneɛma ɛma nkwadaa no nti children's ministry krampo ɛpɛ n'asɛm nti ɔyɛ nneɛma bebree outside of school and also within the community.
Yes, sir, when I will prove we na.
Pacho say.
So prove we na dem awon.
Yeah, it is asɔre for me to me atro letter. Mo won tro letter. Sɛ adamfoɔ no ɛbɛtumi atro letter aka sɛ akwadaa wei de yɛ pɛ n'asɛm ɔyɛ sei ne sei ne sei. Mo won tro teachers to krampo ɛbɛtumi atro bibi. So ɔyɛ extracurricular activities na saa akwadaa no ɛyɛ adeɛ wɔ mu a saa nkurɔfoɔ na ɔmo organize saa extracurricular activities no ɔmo nso bɛtumi atro letter afa akwadaa no ho. Nti outside of the fact say akwadaa no ɛne ne parents no na ɛte no the child has a life outside of the parents nti they consider all of these other factors as well and yet the fact say because akwadaa no ne ne parents no ɛte no nti ɔmo hwɛ ne family life nko a it's not the case nti in regards to akwadaa no they say after 7 years of living in this country akwadaa no nso abɛform roots ɛwɔ kurom ha nti it is such that saa akwadaa no nso ɛbɛhu UK kurom ha nso as ne kurom.
So at what age na yɛka ho asɛm yi sɛ
yeah
odi sɛn ɛkɔsi saa 7 years so kɛfa sɛ deɛ ɔyɛ wo no anaasɛ deɛ kɔfa no baayɛ
yɛwo no wɔ kurom ha yeah
yɛwo no kurom ha sei
and then you can also say sɛ akwadaa no nso ɛba ha time a ɔyɛ ketewa nso so a ɔno nso ka ho bi nti sɛ ebi a ɔba hanom no na wadi 5 ɛna wabɛspend 7 years of ne life ɛwɔ ha nti sisi a wadi 13 nti saa akwadaa wei a wadi 13 no wohwɛ ne family life but not just the family life we are looking at other factors because akwadaa no nso abɛform a private life ɛwɔ kurom ha nti you are considering ne cultural ties ne social ties the fact that wabɛhu kurom ha as ne kurom kasa na ne parents ne ka no krampo ɔnte anaasɛ borɔfo no pɛ na ɔte anaa krampo sɛ sisɛ sɛnea mabɔ si akwadaa no ɛpɛ school ɔyɛ adeɛ wɔ school organizing nneɛma wɔ school organizing nneɛma outside of school, extracurricular activities, asɔre nso ɔyɛ adeɛ ɔyɛ sei. Nti saa nneɛma wei nyinaa no, if you are able to provide evidence of the fact that akwadaa no wabuilding roots ɛwɔ kurom ha, the social ties ne the cultural ties ne biribiara no is well established in UK kurom ha. Nti there is no way a wobɛtumi aka kyerɛ saa akwadaa wei sɛ patro wo parents ɛnni nkrataa nti because wo parents ɛnni nkrataa no nti ɛsɛ yɛyi wo ɛfiri kurom ha. Of course not. Sɛ wohwɛ yɛ immigration rules na saa akwadaa no can make an application based on ɔno ankasa ne private life. Nti if you are making this application na you are making the application based on the fact that akwadaa no ankasa no make saa application no because of the fact that ɔno ankasa nso building a private life ɛwɔ kurom ha as well as ne family life na ɔwɔ with ebia ne parents ɛne ne sister anaasɛ ne brother anaasɛ sisters ne brothers nyinaa. Nti they will look at the child's best interest. Ɔmo hwɛ sɛ akwadaa no ɛbɛyɛ better sɛ ɔbɛtena kurom ha especially wakɔ school wɔ kurom ha a onim sɛ n'adamfo nyinaa ɛte kurom ha ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛ-disrupt ne education especially sɛ wowɔ secondary school na ebia wowɔ year 9 a saa time no na wo choose with subjects no for wo GCSEs. There's a lot going on and so you don't want to disrupt.
Mami fa we brem kakra.
Yeah.
46 minutes past 9 Rainbow International. Can you go so kasa is open say open na ubusa wo bibia pese ubusa unisa with my friend chin so between so friend but number I host the episode journey no 02081334646 unti bibia sia between afre enti your fans parents here ya mutu so
yeah
you know na what is wo kasa na waba
yeah
the fear say ebia omude brai ekina omo tobeti na yebefa ebeje akwara area komo obi ne ebe report wo mo eno so ate say
oh so unihwe na of course you na yenim says unihwe na wo ya application na
sika semunti kra no obesi omo start application bia
yeah
but ebi omo dwena kra no ho school trips ni ade wo be kwa say wo do passport ni ade ba no na omo ni hwi kra na o de be kui na aja ye local knowledge for the obetia ni say na your friend say ekina nko omo be say ye kra ni hwi ni tikuru mu ase afi ye say okay ye hwa kra na wo de ye na omo ko.
Okay, if you put it in context, usually I call out with these 7. Usually I'm year 2 and I say year 3. And see, no, most of the time the trips now more kono UK group here and see obia and I say she. Just say I think it's a year 6 that sometimes peer free UK crew hana ko baby for. And see at least say open your application now. Make the application now. And I say, based on the fact that most children, of course, say omudi 10 na over to me I register as British. But say yanwo akolano crampo ewo krom ha na akolano edi more than 7 and as akolano edi 10 still na over to me I application no for ni 2.5. Which is leave to remain under your paragraph 276 ADE. Because akwala na nkasa aswende ne life ewo krom ha. Oba ha no ebia na we di 5 to 6 nyame boss so first no. Into was spending more of ne time ewo krom ha saying a krona ofri bae no. Into we establishing no ewo krom ha. Ne social ties ni bibia ewo krom ha. Into say awofo no epese omo ye application na the application based on akolana with these 7 years and answer was spending 7 years of their life ewo krom ha. Into sa akolano they are looking at evidence to say akolana ngasano we are building roots ewo krom ha. Letters from the school, letters from asore, letters from the extracurricular activities na all you know. Other parents can also provide letters if they know this child and the inputs are akolano ɛwɔ community mu anaasɛ n'adamfofoɔ no nti if the child has formed all of these roots here in the UK of course adɛn nti na ɔnnya evidence ɛmfa back ɛnka sɛ akwadaa no apart from yɛn awofoɔ no ɔno ankasa so anim nkurɔfoɔ ɛwɔ kurom ha akwadaa ebi a wɔadi 7 yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ nkwadaa a wɔte kurom ha wɔn no ate papaapa nti sɛ wɔadi 7 koraa mpo na believe you me saa akwadaa no ɔyɛ nneɛma a sometimes ɛbɛyɛ ɔwanwa korampo and just because ɔne n'awofoɔ de te does not mean sɛ akwadaa no does not do anything outside of the home nti you have to consider all those other things na akwadaa no yɛ outside of the home ne n'adamfofoɔ ne school kom ne bibia a ɔyɛ bia no you have to consider all of those things and also the fact that ebia sɛ akwadaa no nso ɛwɔ some sort of illness anaasɛ ɔmo wɔ long term let's say learning disability anaasɛ bibi saa no nso a those things can also be considered to say because akwadaa no ɛnya support ɔnya saa treatment anaasɛ bibi saa no ɛwɔ kurom ha no nti it is important sɛ akwadaa no will continue to remain here in the UK and of course woyɛ saa application no sɛ wankasa no wonni hwee na wopɛ sɛ woyɛ application because of the fact sɛ akwadaa no 87 wopɛ sɛ home office for no ɔmo ma wo akwangya sɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ application no na ɔmo yi saa ɔmo application fee any IHS ne free so a then you should be able to prove sɛ wankasa wonni sika no bi wowɔ bank account a wobɛtumi aprovide ɔmo with 6 months bank statement sɛ wonni bank account a then you can provide a letter from nipa na or provide with financial support no to be able to show say saa nipa wei ɛna ɛboa me nkakrankra ebia every week bia no ɔma me £100 ɔne me kunu na nkɔla no £100 pɛ ɛna yɛgye sɛnea yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ yɛn ho yɛni saa sika na yɛde bɛtumi ayɛ application no nti mepabotwɔ bebree moma yɛn fee waiver sɛnea yɛbɛtumi ayɛ application no na yɛtumi atena kurom ha of course sɛ woyɛ saa fee waiver application na then of course they can give you the code anaasɛ wobɛtumi ama wo akwangya ne sɛ of course wobɛtumi ayɛ application no without the fee na wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application no for akwadaa no ne wankasa wo ho nti of course woyɛ saa application na you have to consider all the factors that make akwadaa no a child a wabɛforming a private life ɛwɔ UK kurom ha nti yɛnka ne sɛ because saa NA case no it was in regards to ebia nkɔla a ɔmo ne ɔmo parents no atena kurom ha nti ebia ɔmo hwɛ parents ne nko a I mean there is no there's no standard criteria ɛsɛ ɔmo hwɛ in terms of saa applications way nti na every case law bia ɛba no ɔmo say ɛyɛ fact sensitive nti ɛsɛ ɔmo hwɛ circumstances of saa akwadaa no ɛne the fact sɛ ɔne ne parents ɛna ɛte apart from that no does the child have any other roots anaasɛ ties outside of ne family life na ɔwɔ ɛwɔ kurom ha ebia wɔba no ɔnhyɛ daa mpie ho koraa na onim but kurom ha deɛ I don't think there's any child who is always secluded because of school na ɔmo kɔ no nti because of school na ɔmo kɔ no definitely no you can say the child has formed friendships akwadaa no ebia school no ɔmo pɛ n'asɛm paa because of nneɛma a ɔyɛ ɛwɔ school no nti ɔyɛ akwadaa a ɔyɛ adeɛ wɔ class apart from class no nso so ɔyɛ adeɛ wɔ other things mu nti ɔmo pɛ n'asɛm paa nti they are looking at other factors which relate to saa akwadaa no anaasɛ sɛ nyame bɔɔ so no akwadaa no ɛwɔ yare bi.
Okay, any other music na hello, Chairman, let's say. Brilliant. Over to you, Yankoy. Address it to the lawyer. I'll put it to you. Be your lawyer. Fellow Eunice, I said, go back. Oh, where do you bet it? I am Brass, I'm not glad you bet it. Fellow Eunice, I would take it.
I try me too.
Oh, you are, you're
Okay, into we biometric card replacements ni bi, and once you almost come because we call biometrics no in June. Pakistan san now can. Okay, in terms of replacement applications, no, unfortunately, no, incorporating said because a replacement card kicker into say almost response about as soon as possible. Unfortunately, no, I think that they are just overwhelmed by applications and also is a replacement, but still now and also check into give them about 3 to 6 months. You are no. 1 month no is okay, but still now I would say give them about 3 to 6 months now. You are no in regards to the replacement card applications. My so and also a check into that's what I'm saying. Say give them about 3 to 6 months. Or definitely no. I'm send you email say you're ready. It's usually no say issue the new one now. Of course, say banner they will say the one that you have no may be considered invalid because when you're new one. But if it's still valid, say ABR we card now no is up to let's say November this year. Now open so to quite 2 weeks now we sign with Chibabaka. Of course you can do that. But send your make no card no a check into say could be 3 months almost na after na be issue there. Then you can go and come back within the 2 weeks now. ABR open so usually no as long as issue new card no it will invalidate old card now no. Pacho say what here? Pacho what here? Okay, and say on to the American, no. It's in America say so old card now one ABR expire November because even permanent residence cards crumple expiry date. Into say ABR for instance, make I say expire November, but say expire November. Now open so 2 weeks trip. Now open so now bar. Of course you can do that because medical can say cards no a check. It doesn't take 1 month. It can take 3 to 6 months. Answer na issue card no amount. But so issue card no via of course card now permanent residence card now will become invalid. It will no longer be in use because I issue new one amount. And so of course no so call with 2 weeks assign with Chia Babaka over to me I call 2 weeks now assign with Chia Babaka. And so of course over to me ako. But so issue new card na still na call trip and I say 3 months later after na call trip na issue card na they will invalidate how old card no regardless of date na was no. So as much as possible no so person to kwan over to me to kwan but it will be proper say over to me enya the new card no answer na way to kwan.
No, Chairman. You're tossing to what you say also say also with me. Abana, the best to Busa, Piano, which is
Highly spiritual. Times have changed. Social distancing affected BBR. Coronavirus and then some bow, but the laws are in place. Immigration issues and BBR. New laws, any changes, every day. Enuti, Seban Immigration and Imran Samahubu now. BWF Solicitors and your preferred community lawyers. BWF Solicitors have over 27 years of practical legal experience. Enuti, they are on top of all the issues. Brian in confidence. Our offices are still open Monday to Friday. Every and upon 9:30, they could see in 6 o'clock. We follow all the protocols. Your client to be a free face mask, hand sanitizer, and our fee, you practice social distancing. The lawyers need a face mask for every consultation. So, what do you mean, man? Actually, send the documents in via email and our WhatsApp. There were 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, Musso, Seven Sisters, London N15, 4NP. Again was 0208 493 7340 and our mobile 077 127 61884. We're with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
Your favorite radio station is the best companion for a long car journey. Until upgrade your car to digital radio and get your favorite stations plus a whole lot more, all with crackle-free digital sounds. So if you don't have DAB digital radio in your car, you don't know what you're missing. There are lots of digital radios and adapters that can be fitted easily and neatly in your car. Look for the digital tick on approved products.
BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals and businesses. These include spouses, students, visitors, EU applications, investors, and more. We also undertake appeals and judicial reviews of negative decisions. We hold Law Society Quality Mark in immigration law. Our family law solicitors are dedicated to finding the most effective and pain-free resolution for our clients through the provision of sensitive, effective, and affordable legal advice. We are also Ghanaian law specialists and have advised many local authorities and other solicitors on aspects of Ghanaian law.
0208-133-46, Lawyer,
Okay. It's not.
Because I'm a friend, immigration system,
It's that make afa sa nkola wedi seven no ho say of course say awo no every applications now they should first of all look at the fact say akola no nso oye nipa in his own right inti ono akasa so afom ne own private life e wo
it's me both. So abrana anya kwi kra na watimi asedi through wako a college will be ni ade na say the process of crash or college CBC na ebia onye wanye ne krata na no wadu fie pepeso bia is a likely say almost kana omatimi edna kofie
into na medica
wa passa under friends
under 18
na wa fomwa so anya life na bo so
of course into say oh share yeah paragraph 276 AD it's in 4 categories. Into Obia was spending 20 years that person is above the age of 18 but was spending 18 years and now to say you make kind at the beginning no nipa no are spending 7 years of their life they are under the age of 18 and now Crampo say so we did 18 Crampo up or you're under the age of 25 into aksa akolano was spending more than half of their life hanti or not to sano ebetumi aye application based on a private life into ebi akolano by her time odi 9 sisia wabedi 19 ha into definitely no was spending more than 9 years ha into was spending more than half of their life wapa 18 no ho but because we are under the age of 25 ninti obetumi aye application no based on a private life. And of course, nipa kronokrampo edi more than 18 now he can show say there are compelling reasons and now say circumstances the a ontumi kono krom na free na then that application too can be made on the fourth strand. But specifically to the question now will be saying so akola no upper 18 now or person application now there is also a provision for nkola omo under the age of 25 almost spend more than half of omo life ever krom ha. And that application is also available to them. Almost to me. Yeah. Yeah. And see, of course, so your private life. Private life is also a right in conjunction with family life. And so you're not just showing the fact that akolano our parents and answer our nuanom ever krom ha. You have to also show the other things that akolano so ewo krom ha for them to be able to grant sa akolano sa period of 2.5. It's almost say what is it reasonable for sa akolano to be removed from the UK now? We are looking at the child's best interest and we are looking at those other factors as well. And yet just the fact that our awofo and also our enuanom ewo krom ha. Say awofo ne enuanom no eni nkrata and so mo refuse say awofo na mo ga say okay and the akola no so betumi ne na awofo akọ but say wo hwe akola no ne family life any ne private life dia and the akola no so wa form other ties ewo krom ha apart from ne mame and ne papa no and also apart from ne nuanom no so akola no so ewo private life or other things that why into so almost consider some factors weighing in their reasonable test factors. Into America say they have to look at akolano best interest and yet the fact that ABR now for any crata and I said now for IABB. Oh share your national missing your nationality any immigration and asylum act now. Overshare say yeah paragraph 276 section 117b no a kafa qualifying child the fact says akola no ebia or British and I say ebia watina krom ha continuously for 7-year period no no na wo for application no na omo ka say ebia omo mbokro no into omo emma omo prison sentence bia for more than 12 months and I say 12 months or more no into aban na na say aman no ni sa interest ne say omo beyi sa nipa no efi krom ha into say sa nipa no embo no bia omo man prison sentence dia
just one minute lawyer
okay
good morning hello you know ma this ka krewa me Meba, eno, lawyer Otenega.
Pashine.
Eno koso, sorry.
Okay, into say we partner I application based on what any mbana moya British there. Of course, oyen under the partner route, he has to be able to meet certain requirements. But because only in Krata he will not be able to meet the immigration requirements and as immigration status requirements. In no sano home office no omo imbrana and as immigration rules neka say on to me I meet any of the requirements ne dia and there is almost share say or nkola na say akola bia ohwe saa akwadaa no ɔyɛ British anaasɛ ɔyɛ settled anaasɛ watena kurom ha 7 years ɔbɛtumi aka sɛ he is playing a genuine and subsisting role in saa akwadaa ne life. Okay, it's of course. No one provided evidence to show say we ban no yet British no play role in South Carolina life. I okay. Into what provided BB sad then. Yeah. Into say akola no ye British crampo no. When ya BB to show say officially no or play role in South Carolina life. Na anu ankasa ba no so or play role in the ba so life and no almost those are factors that they look at in terms of the fact that we genuine relationship with akola no into say akola no say omo GP na one omo call once in a while and I say ni din eda omo records no so as an emergency contact and na aka ho to show say officially no omo nim say sa papa we play role in akola life and our school letters no to show say sa British akola no so or play role in life because if you are from free school and I say or parents evening and I say or the number school so yama way na will help in terms of the application because then it will show say or was a genuine and subsisting relationship with akola ninti although meeting all of the requirements as a partner no because of the fact that all genuine and subsisting relationship with akola no evidence now will provide and say a very difficult say akola no obe that's so atna krom ha without ne papa and as any stepfather into omobehwe way ni na to be able to make a decision omobe granted even though acheno definitely no omobe ya no I know say a lot of people are currently in this situation. And so Akalan and so now maybe say partner no only a British child school records no so and I said GP records no so cry. That mean can Akolana wait this 8 months make a British child no. And so a partner no or play role in British child in life na. And see our school records no so and I say only so. Okay, so you knew.
What did you say? Also, when you're 8 months.
Na papa na bada ni
Like it is also when you're 8 months.
Okay, into the partner now only now one and yet the we British child papa.
British child papa.
Okay, into say oh say akola now why when fresh no obviously or no say when you in class bia Emma no. Oh, it's 8 months no mum na our British passport. Okay, so you're there now. It's a question you're there. Okay, and so one person papa no jina akola no so DJ. Okay, into so what they say yama way in Nakodia, they will make a decision. They just want to be able to see say GP no I confirm say or so as an emergency contact. If you are on schedule any akolane appointments there, but or so as an emergency contact there, definitely no. No. It goes to show say of course so Oka say he has a letter from an official source. Meaning say one can cramp on no true letter to say or play a role in akolane life. Because those things also help supporting letter. Yeah, it is a what the sanyama winning now aka ho ekọ dia then of course no usually no I know said they answer promptly but still now so omunya no dia then it means say a case worker no and share that and share evidence now with their no but definitely no omubema no 2.5 no.
Maybe energy so lawyer check says Sibia obetumi contact him na follow up and say it's too early.
Since they've already corresponded with her, no, she should just give them time. I know that she can be patient. But say, within 6 months, no, on say, na, friend, no, and answer, Emma, no correspondence, there. Then, of course, she could have emailed the SSHU email address. Address now, meeting, but they have an email. Of course, I know say Home Office forward line na almost free, but with those ones, it's always like calling a call center and say she should just be patient and then give them time. Whoever gets back to me.
I don't know why. You don't see it. Nice one. That was intervention. So I'm 70 minutes past 10. So also will be a lawyer in the quite a house with my friend on 0208-133-4646. And TB and I intervention. So my lawyer is to us my church.
Yeah. In fact, I think in terms of our phone crampono, they have to make sure that they are also looking at the fact that Akolano so our private life, our chroma. And Ubisa Efa Nkofua and as Nkolana almost spending more than half of our life. If you're already 18 apahon into almost an way to me application visa and I can say of course say way to me a share say no from a private life chrome now under the age of 25 now. Then also able to me application based on private life. And I'm a boss who say, share section 117B of Nationality and Immigration and Asylum Act now. So, we a qualifying child, usually a qualifying child, akola, Avia, or British, and I say, or what settlement, ever chrome her, and now Crampo say, or 7 years into what's not her continuously for that 7-year period. Says akola no. Na wofoɔ no application na share the fact say bia aman no pɛ no den nti sɛ ɔmbɔ korɔ no bia na as much as possible no yɛbɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ na wofoɔ no mbɔ korɔ no bia ɛma prison sentence of at least 12 months or more there, then it is also in public interest na say aman empɛ sɛ bɛyi saa nipa no efiri kurom ha sɛ saa awofo no nso betumi akyerɛ sɛ wɔ genuine and subsisting relationship with saa akwadaa na ebia spend 7 years of their life ɛwɔ kurom ha dia and the aman interest no of course is not to remove saa nipa no sɛ yɛbɛtumi akyerɛ nkwa deɛ sɛ akwadaa na gyina ne so no ɔno nso forming their own private life ɛwɔ kurom ha apart from the parents. Akwadaa no nso form social ties with n'adamfofoɔ ne community anaasɛ asɔre nkwadaa na ɔhyia wɔn wɔ asɔre no anaasɛ obetumi akyerɛ sɛ ne cultural ties no nso wɔ kurom ha ɔno deɛ borɔfo no pɛ ɛna ebi a ɔte ɔmpɛ Ghana life bia because ɔno deɛ wabɛhu kurom ha as ne kurom nneɛma a ɔne n'adamfofoɔ ne ɛyɛ no. Saa na ɔno nso ɔpɛ sɛ ɛyɛ nti wabɛhu UK kurom ha as ne kurom nti saa akwadaa no betumi akyerɛ sɛ forming saa private life ɛwɔ kurom ha deɛ ɛndeɛ awofoɔ no nso ebetumi egyina saa akwadaa no so edi enya ɔmo 2.5 ni bi nti as much as possible no sɛ woyɛ application based on akwadaa a wadi 7 years anaasɛ waspend 7 years of ne life ɛwɔ kurom ha it is important to also show sɛ akwadaa no nso afɔme their own private life outside of ebusuafoɔ no so that they will be able to consider akwadaa no on its own or on his or her own without the parents. And so some consider the circumstances on his own. Now almost share the family life, almost share the community life, almost share ties and the fact that akolani ya deal with school and I say akolani na yari the treatment na we no ahankwa na obetumi enya no wo. In saa yama we ni na so almost consider no in the roundup and the it is better say ebia ɔmo bɛma akwadaa no atena ekurom ha na ɔmo asan ahwɛ ɔmo parents ne deɛ in terms of the fact that because akwadaa no afɔm ne private life obehia na awofoɔ ahwɛ no ɛwɔ kurom ha nti ɛno no saa no na afei na ɔmo bɛhwɛ awofoɔ no nso aka sɛ okay because akwadaa no afɔm ne private life no ebehia sɛ na awofoɔ no nso ebetumi atena kurom ha ahwɛ akwadaa no ɛma no yɛ yie ɛwɔ kurom ha.
Hello, good morning. Prophet Maybe, Prophet in India. So we did Robert Shaw come be a while here. About Jessica will be Prophet right. However, next week. Do I now what do die so now, but now with the legal issues is not when you're two. Right, yeah, great. Loyalty, it's you. Yanko.
2010,
Akunda, original warrior, and I say,
I could not wait there.
I see. I heard. I come here, but Yashim, baby, into where the workers are there, and Yamusim, Mamma couldn't go see a yanko.
It's Yawa Homa is no a warrior. Of course, say, Neyere, Kase, because of staying in Yama air corner on Pesa Obetina, Warrior Bioma. Of course, it's a sad situation, but as much as possible, no, share their environment so can ever Sayama win home. So we did kind I application no for settled status. Into why application no as a family member of an EA national. Shall we share appendix EU? So we application as a spouse, and I say family member of an EA national, and I say EU sponsor. Then you have to show say, of course, Sanipa no your family member ampa. Into marriage certificates no NHS say wawari Sanipa no ampa. Over to me actually say what's na krom ha continuously for a 5-year period. Into say wedika ka say on your residence card in 2015 now. Then of course I'm sure say the NI records and now say proof of address no able to me actually say what's na krom ha for a continuous period of 5 years. Into say or the sanyama way akoma then of course he is bound to get the settled status. But so to me and say what's not Chrome have 5 years continuously with the EU family member there, then usually no almost pre-settled status and that's a limited leave to remain because ABR wait to me actually less than 5 years and our current 6 months evidence to prove say ABR would dasune sa EU sponsor and I say we EU national no and etc. So it's sad yeah, then of course Omobe Bros are pre-settled status and I say limited leave to remain. Waka say why any application, why any biometrics, I'm sure say was scanning documents no akoma omo to show say on any year at na continuously for 5 years. My name say or the evidence after 30th December ekoma omo ana but so or your application no before December there, then of course they will have all of that evidence with them to make the decision. And the good thing about Omono is the fact that they are being very proactive. They are asking people to bring evidence into say or evidence now able to me actually say as much as possible no only sa EU nimpa no at na krom ha for a 5-year period yeah. Then of course I don't see why the application will be refused unless say to me entry say only EU nipa no atna continuously for a 5-year period. And of course say ka say ebia over 5 years. Usually 5 years no say bibi say for one reason or the other ebia woni sa nipa no afi na nsem abamuntem you are still married to that person until they will still look at the person as your family member. She said what culture almost say only nipa no ejai answer na mo beka say ended let's look at retained rights but until sadia nipa no eda so it will not affect the application no in any way so we to meet the documents any bibia koma mo say ne yire ni documents actually say menenity and I say tibom any then of course they will make a decision and the fact that in some about no should not make the application any complicated whatsoever. Into so ordinary application not to ma he should not worry say in some baba home and I say BBBia. In terms of our rejai and it depends on what his view is. So person or that's so nipa or your spouse of an EU national now or person no ever back together. Of course he can go ahead and patch things up and I say mend the relationship. But in terms of Nekrat and it should not affect it in any way.
Okay, now Sakunta. Yeah, that's it. Why? Okay. Bye. Sure. Hello. Eno at design. Yes, we are here.
Good morning. Is it one case of settlement will chrome her? It's over 2.5.
No, 2.5.
Because me person me advice would the right way. Into
Okay.
so what 2.5 now kunu British. Now person ode nkola ne ba na say akola ne ba. Say utumi tre under appendix FM. Say who sole responsibility. Nti sɛ woka kyerɛ mo sɛ wowɔ sole responsibility deɛ a ɛdeɛ sɛ woka sɛ papa no a ɔte kurom hanom no ɔnhwɛ nkɔlaa no but wo na wahwɛ nkɔlaa no saa nti ebia nkɔlaa no wowɔ mo wode akɔlaa no dii 2 anaasɛ 5 no ɛna papa no ogyae ɔmo hwɛ wanhwɛ ɔmo bio wo na wahwɛ ɔmo a up to this point ɛndeɛ sɛ wotumi kyerɛ sɛ wo na wahwɛ nkɔlaa na up to this point ɔmo papa abandon ɔmo anaasɛ na oni hɔnom for ɔmo nkɔlaa brem nti wo na wahwɛ nkɔlaa no wo na mo a make sure sɛ nkɔlaa no ɔmo wɔ school bibia ɛfa nkɔlaa no ho no wo na wo make saa decisions ɛwɔ nkɔlaa no ɔmo aba abom nti sɛ woyɛ application na you are looking at the fact sɛ wankasa na wote kurom hanom then na wobɛtumi akyerɛ ɔmo sɛ wo na wahwɛ nkɔlaa no up to this point anaasɛ wahwɛ akɔlaa no up to this point apart from sika ebia wode ma ne nipa na ɔhwɛ akɔlaa no anaasɛ apart from the fact sɛ ebia from time to time wofrɛ akɔlaa no ɛne ne kasa then na ɛkyerɛ sɛ wo na wa make sure sɛ akɔlaa no waduru school way up to this point ebia wo ne school ɛwɔ nkitaho nso school no nim sɛ ne maame ɛte aburokyi ne maame ɛna etua ne fees ne maame ɛna ɛhwɛ no nti school no betumi atwerɛ letter to confirm all of this.
Not to say only evidence biara bɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔne nkora no wɔ bibie.
ɛno ne asɛm no because wɔntumi ankyerɛ sɛ wo na wowɔ sole responsibility for nkɔlaa no a na application no nso abɛyɛ difficult.
That's
okay.
Right.
That's good.
What am Judy? Lawyer over here, Papa says, or son, be an answer, or be the concern as over here. Man, no money. Now, over to me, I step in, like I said, and Penny said, or do you remember crew has it? Possible, sir.
So, Professor sad there, of course, she needs to be able to say, of course, Papa, wait, Osha Yambrana, you can make the application as somebody who is solely responsible for Omo. And answer, you can say, Mummy no, more live to remain. Even though I'm on boom no, Mummy no percent in Colano, a back from her. Mummy no bet me a chess and Moshe and Colano.
So far, my time to say, would you say you'll be a cast with them crown of a penny and I say, oh, you should be Jim, like I said, okay, and your honor already, and them say, and you with them, I'm so them. So what the end of the hostels be any of them. Maybe a local lawyer, and you be no, on so boy, or sure, or your own. But you want to be friendly because I said, your own grand so much shall see, and I want to say, kind of thinking. Oh, maybe okay, but I don't want Casa did man and name ratio. Oh, okay. Until birthday, to me, send them message, say happy birthday. And a trip.
Is it Uncle Nat or don't or Akolano? She just has to show that she is solely responsible for Akolano. Akolano Papa no ending a rabunum, and the school can confirm it through a letter. Say they don't know anything about Akolano Papa. Omo mame pe and omunim say or share Akolano and I say ocean school fees share saying Akolano SCTA was school or akwadaa no wasɔre na asɔre no nso nim maame no a ɔmo nso betumi atwerɛ letters confirm sɛ ɔmo nim sɛ akwadaa ne maame ɛwɔ aburokyi na akwadaa no ɛba asɔre wei ɔyɛ sei ne sei ne sei. Okay. Okay, so wadamfo no deɛ no because papa no ɛda so te Ghana nti of course sɛ ɔpapa wɔ hɔ na obetumi ahwɛ nkɔlaa no a wohwɛ mbra no a mbra no sɛ either sɛ wobetumi akyerɛ sɛ wowɔ sole responsibility ɛma akɔlaa no anaasɛ wokyerɛ sɛ ebi a ekunu no so ɔte kurom ha ɔno nso wɔ nkrataa nti mo nyinaa anaasɛ mo mmienu no mohwɛ nkɔlaa no ba ne kunu te Ghana deɛ a ade nti na sɛ nkɔlaa no ba ha whereas ne kunu no betumi ahwɛ nkɔlaa no wɔ Ghana ɛno ne asɛm no sɛ wentumi ankyerɛ sɛ wowɔ sole responsibility ɛma nkɔlaa no a then it becomes difficult because sɛ nkɔlaa ne papa no so ebetumi ahwɛ nkɔlaa no na ɔwɔka sɛ ɔma ho kwan sɛ nkɔlaa no so ɛbɛba aburokyi a then he is also within his rights because he has parental responsibility for nkɔlaa no but bibi say no I will say maame no so embehu yɛn na yɛntumi mboa no.
Okay, nice one. You know, yeah, that's it. Okay, bye bye. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. The uncle, it's you. Let you.
Nti sɛ maame no wɔ Ghana na wopɛ sɛ woyɛ application ɛma ne ba a ɛyɛ sɛ wokɔ .gov.uk website no so ɔmo wɔ online application for spouses nti ɛyɛ spousal application kyi sɛ wo type into Google ɛde .gov page no ɛbɛba anaasɛ wokɔ .gov.uk website no so na wo type spousal application anaasɛ application for spouse to join British husband a bibi saa no application no bɛba ɛyɛ online application ɛnyɛ form. Patchomante ne yie.
Nti akra na pese ɔde ne ba ne maame ne te Ghana. Okay, ɔsɛ akra de say. Oh, okay.
Nti we di bɛyɛ 5.
Also, what did you say specific? Also less than 18, under 18.
Okay, nti ɔno ankasa ɛwɔ settlement ɛwɔ kurom ha. Papa nankasa.
Ɔno papa ɔkasa yi deɛ ɔyɛ British.
Okay.
Na akra ne maame wɔ Ghana. Ɛna ɔpɛ sɛ ɛyi ɔkɔfa akra no ba.
Okay. Nti sɛ nyame explain ma maame no, you should be able to show.
Perform kra unfair.
Okay. Nti ɛyɛ sɛ wotumi kyerɛ sɛ you have sole responsibility for akɔlaa no a wopɛ sɛ wɔkɔfa ne ba no. Nti woba kurom ha then na wobɛtumi ɛde akyerɛ sɛ wo na wahwɛ akɔlaa no up to this point. Sɛ woka sɛ maame no wɔ fie na ɔhwɛ akɔlaa no a then how then can we show say wowɔ sole responsibility? It depends on evidence a wobɛtumi de akyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ebi a woba kurom ha no na wonhyɛ da ɛni hwee but sika deɛ from time to time na woma ne bi ɛkɔma akɔlaa no ne school ne deɛ definitely ɔmo nim mo bibi a akɔlaa no bɛyɛ bia no wo na wohwɛ ɛma ne yɛ yie saa nneɛma wei nyinaa no ɛna ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo hu to make sure sɛ wo na wɔ saa sole responsibility no ɛwɔ akɔlaa n'abrabɔ mu nti sɛ woka sɛ akɔlaa ne maame ɛrehwɛ no deɛ a then na ɛbɛtumi ɛde akyerɛ sɛ saa akɔlaa wei no wo na wohwɛ no ampa nti it has to do with you showing sɛ wo na wɔ sole responsibility for akɔlaa no so wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ even though maame no ɛwɔ hɔ no ebi a on play role in akɔlaa life wo na wahwɛ akɔlaa no saa up to this point maame no ɔnhwɛ akɔlaa no ne school kom ne bibia no Wuna wo hwe akala.
Lawyer Mabel, sorry, Chairman, mean say open form crown filling. But I'm saying Nina Becca Humbi. So I'm saying Nina Becca Humbi. So I'm sure na any piano, Mamma, say when you know like or involved in a crowd and as opinion self and brother. I'm sorry, a form in here.
Okay. Into .gov.uk website, into type or person your application for child to join the parents in the UK. Ebeba. Your online form is not to say specific named form.
That's what you.
Maintenance day.
Ma nisu kakra. Ana wo de towel la kata phone so ana. Aha, afa na wayi towel no. Aha, yenko. No. Yenko itu.
Okay, in terms of Ireland, no, Ireland so eka EU member states it is still part of the EU. So UK is Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. Into Republic of Ireland, dear Republic of Ireland so EU member state into EU nationals. So yere anasa wukunu EU citizen Ireland is also part of the EU member states. And so wawari obia oye Irish and it means that nipa no so EU national. And so of course so to make sure that wari nipa no before 31st December 2028 apa ho. So over to me actually so no before the 31st of December na mutibom or evidence that say ebia na utia TV license and say GP records HS na mutibom then of course over to me I application no under the EU settlement scheme to show say of course we are now we are no na went to me and application no before the 30th of June but evidence actually say we are for ampa mutina bomu and of course now we who say na say we yes our EU settlement scheme application no after na we yes our EU settlement scheme application into over to me actually mo say bia why are no but it's less than 5 years but our records to show say for the past 6 months no no and that's not there and the movement also pre-settled status and I say leave to remain.
Where the power, extra power, I'm saying, when you classroom, disadvantages and advantages. I really understand, but Agunda, Definitely. I will hold on, but not this time, according to so be free me achieve. But next thing is here, may say lawyer bet me briefly and sign. But go from more phone so why yet here time pani chichi mu why. But who so part this pan. I'm sure. All right, Valens. Aha. Yeah, kwana. I put it to you. Wake up. This is Ochani baby. Yeah, page.
Okay. And see, of course, the question now will be is to do with Nkofo. Should I say they have family members that are Irish, and so they are just looking to see. So nipa no Irish not to chrome her. Of course, because of the common travel area agreements, only UK for no Irish for no, they don't have to do the EU settlement scheme necessarily. And to say because EU citizens need by force change na bi. And so because there is that common travel area agreement, no, they don't necessarily have to do it. But because all your non-Irish citizen and also all your non-EU national ninti, it is important say on also every year application no, under the EU settlement scheme. Senya obetumi enya bibi achre ebia ejumemfo. Senya obetumi enya bibi achre nkrofo or rent dan no efree. Senya obetumi enya bibi a obetumi edi etu kwan to say owo nkrata ewo krom ha. It is important because on your Irish citizen and on your British citizen say otumi EU settlement scheme application. Na omo money bibi saying obetumi atena krom ha. Either he makes the application for pre-settled status and I say obetumi akyerɛ sɛ ɔne maame no atena for a continuous period of 5 years or more there, then he can make the application for settled status. It's important say obetumi ayɛ saa application no enya nkrata ɛde atena krom ha ayɛ deɛ ɛsɛ ɔyɛ. The fact that an Irish citizen is not supposed to do the EU settlement scheme no does not mean say ne hokafo and say ne buseni no and to me any applications no. It is ne buseni be Irish there, of course, then they will be another exemption. But say when you're Irish, when you're EU national, when you're British citizen, you have to make the application under the EU settlement scheme. Saying you're to me. Ama will be ubetumi edi atena ekrom ha. Of course, I hope say or any other questions are ubetumi after because
I'm say next week, I'm say actually the meaning of Good Friday between the pros and cons. I'm say who but anyway, yeah, for you, say every night I pass about getting to 11. But tell me, more address and some telephone numbers.
Okay. And see, your London BWF solicitors address no a 4th floor of Anna House. And say a 4th floor of Anna House. 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road. Into 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London. Your postcode N15 4NP. Into N15 4NP. Your offices may be from Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 6 p.m. So person will free office line, book your appointment, and also person will free any edin kita. Then of course the number to call is 0208 493 7340. Into 0208 493 7340. Into Miankasa so person will frame me out of office hours. My number is 075 35 81 3910. Into 075 35 81 3910.
Nice one. Very nice. You better was saying, I mean, Duma, you better next week. Your chair will be
Yes, it will be. Have a good week.
And then you will see Rainbow Radio International.
Highly spiritual. Times have changed. Social distancing affected BBR.
BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor situated in London. Our expertise in family and matrimonial law encompasses divorce, separation, children matters, family breakdown, and financial orders. We focus on all aspects of immigration law. Our areas of expertise extends to visas for individuals and businesses. These include spouses, students, visitors, EU applications, investors, and more. We also undertake appeals and judicial reviews of negative decisions. We hold Law Society Quality Mark in immigration law. Our family law solicitors are dedicated to finding the most effective and pain-free resolution for our clients through the provision of sensitive, effective, and affordable legal advice. We are also Ghanaian law specialists and have advised many local authorities and other solicitors on aspects of Ghanaian law. We have also advised businesses looking to relocate to Ghana. Our senior partner is dual qualified as a barrister at law in Ghana and solicitor to the Superior Court of England and Wales. Client satisfaction is our number one priority. This shows in the number of positive reviews we have received from our clients. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers. BWF Solicitors is a leading and an award-winning solicitor